Good morning. Greetings from Our Lady, Queen of Peace. What am I doing? I'm preparing to celebrate Mass. Once again, you'll be alone. We're under the safe at home mandate, which has now been extended through the end of May. And believe me, I trust that. We need to listen to the scientists and the experts in the healthcare profession. Let us know when it was safe to go out, to be together once again, and to protect all of our loved ones. The Gospel for the third Sunday of Easter is one of my favorites. I want to share it with you. That very day, the first day of the week, two of Jesus' disciples were going to a village 7 miles from Jerusalem called Emmaus. They were conversing about all the things that had occurred. And it happened. While they were conversing and debating, Jesus himself drew near and walked with them, but their eyes were prevented from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing as you walk along?" They stopped, looked downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, said to him in reply, "Are you the only visitor in Jerusalem who does not know of the things that have taken place there these days?" He replied to them, "What sort of things?" They said to him, "The things that happened to Jesus of Nazareth was a prophet, mighty in deed and word, before God and all the people. Our chief priests and rulers both handed him over to a sentence of death and crucified him. But we are hoping he'd be the one to redeem Israel. Besides all this, it's now the third day since this took place. Some women from our group, however, have astonished us. They were at the tomb early in the morning, did not find his body. They came back and reported they had seen a vision of angels who announced that he was alive. Then some of those who went to the tomb found things just as the women had described, but they did not see." He said to them, "Oh, how foolish you are, how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets spoke. Was it not necessary that Christ should suffer these things, enter into his glory?" Then beginning with Moses and the prophets, he interpreted for them what referred to him in all the scriptures. As they approached the village to which they were going, it gave the impression it was going on farther. But they argued with him, "Stay with us. It's near evening and the day is almost over." He went in and stayed with them. And it happened that while he was sitting with them at table, he took bread, said the blessing, broke it, and gave it to them. With that, their eyes were open. They recognized him, but he vanished from their sight. They said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within while he spoke to us on the way and opened the scriptures to us?" So they set out at once and returned to Jerusalem, where they found together the 12, the 11 who were staying there. Jesus was truly been raised from the dead, they said. He appeared to Simon. Then they recounted what had taken place on the way, how he had made known to them in the breaking of bread. The Gospel of the Lord. Why this Gospel is important to me? Two main reasons. First, you have to imagine those two followers, discouraged, confused, worried, maybe scared to death of all had taken place and not understanding it. So much so that when Jesus walked with them, they failed to recognize him. I think sometimes in our own day and age, let's face it, a lot of us are scared, worried, wondering what the future will hold. Let's never forget that Jesus walks with us. He's always there. Recognize his presence in all of our lives, and especially in the breaking of bread, the Eucharist, that one day we'll be back together again. But the second point is that the two disciples, I think, are symbolic of all of us. We are all on our journey, not to Emmaus, but to eternal life. And we are one family on this planet. If there's any good out of the pandemic, maybe it's the realization that we are one. We need each other. We are companions. And I am so grateful to so many people who risk their lives for all of us. Those in the healthcare industry, those who support them in the hospitals, nursing facilities. I think of the people that work in essential stores for our food, for our medicine. I think of the brave men and women, our police department, fire department, who are risking their lives every day. You know what? We take people for granted, what they do for us. We're companions on the journey. I think of all those who have made phone calls to neighbors, friends, relatives to check up on them, make sure they're okay. And by the way, I get a lot of phone calls. A lot of people worried about me, and I'm still here. And I do make a lot of phone calls as well. I think of those who last Sunday, we had our first drive-through food drive for the Multicultural Center. That's a joint partnership with the St. Vincent de Paul. And it was a tremendous success. We're going to do it again. People are doing their part. We are companions on the journey. Never forget that. May God bless you, keep you safe,